had short hair and I had sunglasses, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be this guy.
That's me.
Yeah.
Another fucking podcast. All the behind the scenes bullshit you didn't know you needed to know.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another fucking podcast. I'm here with my friend, Mr. Joel DeVaughn, today. Thank you
What's
for
going
being
on?
here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I thought this was a cool, like, full circle moment when we talked about doing this because I feel like, so we met through VCU Arts and the theater program and, like, worked together in classes and different things. And I always thought it was, like, this was cool because we both now are, like, adults, big kids, doing our own thing creatively, trying to figure it out. But, like, as we became friends, it was like you were the person that I would, like, sit in the library with and we'd just bounce ideas off each other. And I felt like
Yeah,
we understood each other creatively and we would listen to each other's ideas, and now it's cool to see like the adult big kid version of us like both doing our thing, so I'm excited
no,
about
totally.
this.
No, I'm literally grinning because I was thinking the same thing. It's like it's really cool to see us in this place now versus, where we were.
Yeah,
So
when you're
progression
18,
is
19. Yeah.
no, literally.
Yeah, so I'm excited to have you, and you've got some new music out, and I feel
I
like we both
do.
found like our paths and things that are exciting to us. So I want to talk to you today about your new EP that just came out in May, Running Out of Time. Can you tell us about it and what listeners can expect from it?
Yeah, it's existential for sure. It is kind of a mirror to what's going on societally, specifically in America. It digs into faith, digs into hedonism, kind of all of the things that um, humanity and myself included tries to do to cope with everything that's going on. There's some hidden messages in there. Um, it's like R&B, poppy, kind of
Hmm.
housey at some points. So you can expect a vast array of sounds. Yep.
Awesome. With that, when did the idea and the culmination of this particular EP, like how far back have you been working on this? And
Oh man. Mostly, well, I guess a little under a year now at the time of release. I started writing these songs, and I didn't even know that it was going to be EP. I didn't know what was like going to stay, what was going to go. I Can Feel It Coming was the first one that I wrote. Actually, that's a lie, but I'll double back in a minute. But I wrote that in August and finished it around September. So from around like September to January is when I
Mhm.
like created all of it, and then around like November, December, I started putting the pieces together and was like, oh, this can go here. But as a matter of fact, Prayer Mat, I actually I wrote that original concept like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And it was totally different. It was, I still had like the piano parts and the drum parts, and for the most part, it was worked out. And I had completely forgotten about it. And then around November, December, when I was putting this thing together, I was like going through old instrumentals, seeing what I could find, and I found that one, and I was like, "Yo, that's like super sick." So I just like totally redid it.
Mhm.
Asked one of my homies to put guitars on it, and we just stacked like as many harmonies as we could, and yeah, that ended up being the first song with lyrics
Awesome.
on the EP.
With the ones that were more recent within the last year, was there a moment, whether it was personally, politically, something in the world that like spurred you to start writing?
Yeah, really, I guess among the chaos and I Can Feel It Coming.
Hmm.
Um, I Can Feel It Coming is more like impending doom. And when I started writing that in August, I was just like looking at what was happening politically, everything with Trump, everything with the Epstein files, everything with the DOJ and ICE and deportations and yeah, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like overwhelmed, and I had this feeling, still have this feeling that like the worst is yet to come.
Oh yeah.
Um, so I was like, dang, like what is that? And I don't really know, like I don't know what that feeling is. Like I can't really put a name to it, or
Yeah.
like what that thing that is coming is. Hence I can feel it coming. So
Yeah.
it's like it's coming.
Yeah,
um
it's one of those
yeah.
feelings like you can't put words to, and this is like totally off topic, but it made me think of it. I learned recently like that one of the symptoms of like an upcoming like heart attack is that feeling of like impending doom and
Yeah.
like just that weird like not knowing what's ahead. And I think a lot of people probably relate to that right now with what where the fuck the world is because it's a hot
Yeah.
mess.
It is a hot mess.
Yeah.
That's my
um
cat Winston.
Hi
Yeah.
Winston. I wanted to talk to you about the cover art for the EP and like also
Mm,
just your social media presence as a whole. Like obviously aesthetically pleasing. You're very fashionable. You always had like a cool vibe.
appreciate it.
But you do deal a lot with like those silhouettes and shadows and that kind of like theme motif. Like what is the story or idea behind those kind of visuals?
Um, Kind of like a void
Mm-hmm.
that's like it's endless. Silhouettes are endless, and I think those are like really powerful images. Um, also it's a little bit of mystery. Uh, yeah, but that just like the mystery behind it's like an unlocked character in a video game.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a cool way to view that.
yeah. But yeah, I love silhouettes. All the movies from like the 20s in black and
Mhm.
white with like those harsh shadows. That like inspires a lot of my visual work.
Yeah, something intriguing about not knowing what's behind the door, what's behind the shadow, and either
Yeah,
making like it's almost too now that you said that it reminds me of like little kid in your bedroom and like the shadow is clearly like your closet door, but your little kid
right.
imagination will run with it and take it somewhere else, and that's kind of a cool idea to apply to music or art or something you don't know about.
Cool.
Um, Also with that visually and or sonically, who are the artists that you've drawn inspiration from for this EP?
Oh man. Supertramp, Crime of the Century. That album really that inspired me a lot. Music of My Mind by Stevie Wonder. That was high on the list. Um, some off the wall,
Hmm.
a little bit of Bauhaus, a little bit of The Cure. Um, those two like latter influences, I feel like those influences will come like with some of the newer music that I'm making. But there are kind of like breadcrumbs
Yeah.
on this one. Yeah.
Are there, I notice this sometimes in work that I'm doing that like you'll have those influences that you think of, but then in post production or listening to it later, are there any things that you drew inspiration from that you almost like subconsciously, like when you did it, you weren't thinking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I totally get that. There were moments um where and to go back to I Can Feel It Coming, when I was recording that, I was listening to Revolver by the Beatles like on repeat.
Hmm.
Um and some of my phrasing is like very Lennon-esque.
Yeah.
Um and I didn't that like that wasn't intentional. But like there's a part in like the latter half of the song where I say I can't save you, and it's kind of like a gliss. And I was
Hmm.
like, yo, that's like super John Lennon, which I thought was really cool, but like that wasn't the intention.
Yeah, just your subconscious working while you're not even thinking about it. That's the cool stuff.
Exactly. Right.
Um, with I Can Feel It Coming too, you posted a teaser video on Instagram. Can we expect more visuals, videos to go along with these tracks?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
A lot more on the way.
Good. What was the process like for like creating those videos and what that was going to look like to go along with the music?
Um, for that one, we wanted like really fast paced movement, like really chaotic movement. Just different angles, harsh lighting, again with the shadows. Um, Also, like my outfit in that vid is like more militaristic.
Hmm.
Um, that was totally like intentional there. So yeah, we wanted it to feel like harsh and like a
Yeah.
warning, like an alert.
Yeah.
Um, so like that
Something
was yeah, that was the inspo for that one.
that's cool. What have you found to be the most exciting and or challenging parts of putting this whole EP together?
Uh,
Loaded question, sorry.
yeah, yeah. Um, the exciting part was figuring out where everything was going to be, like
Hmm.
getting the track list together, seeing what worked. And that was, also in the creation process, where I was like, I want another song in between, A, B, and C song, whatever. Um, so like I would write something to that. And then once like, you know, stepping away from, the idea board and seeing everything lined up, that was really exciting. Um, Hearing everything like mastered for the first time was really exciting. Um, the challenging bit was it was more of like a psychological thing. Like
Hmm.
this is my first EP that I'm putting out, so it was like this is really like my introduction.
Yeah.
And like I was grappling with whether or not I had enough of my like personal identity on the tracks. Um, and like grappling with like the closeness and the distance that I want to have to the listener, in like a kind of a vulnerable sense. Um, and that's something that I'm still kind of like,
Yeah.
not necessarily grappling with, but I think about it a lot when I write songs, because it's like that's who the listener will believe you to be, because that's what
Hmm.
you're telling them lyrically. So it's like what do I want to convey? Um, what are the messages that I'm trying to send, and will they be received? So that was probably the biggest challenge with this one, especially since I'm talking about God and faith and leaning into politics and all that stuff.
Right.
That made me a little nervous. But
Yeah, well that I think that's so interesting. Like any job in the arts or any type of entertainment, there's like so much of it that is so personal to you and who you are, but there's also like keeping a little distance from the real insides as well. Cause like that, like
for sure.
something I've learned recently, like radio is so interesting with what I do is like people think they know me when they meet me. Like they hear me say one
Mm,
thing that I might give away real pieces of me, but there's also like the now this person thinks they know everything about you.
right.
And like finding that distance, and I guess kind of answered this, but following with that, what did it feel like to like push the button and be like, this is out now for the world?
Oh man. That was I literally like I dropped my phone and just like sat back
Yeah,
and was like, well,
here it is.
it's like, yeah, here it is. It's nerve-wracking, it's
Hmm.
exhilarating all at the same time. Um, yeah, but more like exhilarating than nerve-wracking. Like I was pumped to get it out.
Yeah.
But with the positive comes the negative.
Hmm.
But it's a good, it's
Good
good that the
balance.
positive outweighed the negative in this
Yeah.
regard. Yeah.
Good. And before we move on to some like other fun questions,
Mhm.
with all the promotion of this and the visuals and social media and all that shit, what is your take on social media and the way we use it? Obviously, it's politics and it's opinions and it's people's personal lives, but it's also used to promote art. What is your take on social media nowadays?
It's such a strange landscape. Like it's so weird. And like, I post a lot, to my story or what have you, especially on Instagram. But like in terms of making posts on Instagram, TikTok, that's like that's so weird. It feels like I don't know. It's like, hey, look at me, like I'm doing something, but that's literally
Mm-hmm.
like that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's cool that like, you know, somebody in Japan can reach my music because of that. Um, or like someone in a totally different country can have access to my music and vice versa. Like I can make connections with people that I never would have,
Right.
met had it not been for social media. So double-edged sword. Um, Algorithms are still kind of the bane of my existence. Like it's how they're meant to just keep us engaged and keep us hooked.
Mm-hmm.
Um, doesn't really make me feel great, but we are
Yeah.
living in a digital age. But with that, I think there's gonna be Winston is trying to get in the camera. Um, but yeah, I think with that, there's gonna be a yearning for like physical media and physical beings. Especially with I think with Gen Z, I think that's going to happen more. I don't know about Gen Alpha. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like Gen Z had a little bit of more physical media than Gen Alpha does. So I think we're kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I've been on this phone for 6+ years after
Mm-hmm.
the pandemic, and now I'm kind of like wanting to lay in the grass, not just touch the grass, but like
Yeah.
be
Just
consumed by it. Yeah.
not be like glued to Instagram every day or whatever it is.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I think it's a great tool. It's
Yeah.
also, a vice, but I think people want human connection.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a big positive in that.
For sure. I agree. I want to move on to a few would you rather questions because I like to make people choose hard things.
Okay.
um, would you rather only be in the recording, writing, producing mode or constantly out performing live?
Mm, I would be in hermit mode. If I could still release,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I would totally just be like in the studio every single day, locked in. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I'm so behind the scenes. Like, that's where my brain goes. Just, you know. Um, would you rather only perform covers or only perform your original music?
Dang. Original music.
Yeah.
As much as I love covers, um, I would feel like I would have to slip into like novelty. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's this video of this guy in the 80s and he's singing Endless Love by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross, and like one half is Lionel Richie and the other half is Diana Ross, and he's like flipping back and forth. I feel like that would have to be my fate if I like only did covers. Like one half
Yeah.
would be Stevie and the other would be Prince, and like the back would be Michael, and like all
Yeah,
different
you
angles
have
would be like
four. Yeah. Your face is like
exactly
split in four different people.
like quadranted.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my right arm is this, and yeah.
Right, I have like a puppet hand. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Googly eyes, all sorts of shit. Like,
exactly.
yeah. Um, would you rather be known or recognized for your lyrics and your writing style or like your
Mm.
sound as a musician?
Oh man. Uh I probably go lyrics and writing. That's like I mean, I feel like Phoebe Bridgers is one of my favorite writers of this generation. And like when I listen to her music, it's like the words always hit.
Mm-hmm.
Um and the music is phenomenal, don't get me wrong, but it's like what she's saying, how she puts it, it's incredible. So like yeah, I would love to be known for the words, especially like talking about them, how people interpret them, all different main meanings and interpretations are really fascinating to dig into.
For sure. Yeah, it's I
Yeah.
think it's obviously so similar to poetry. And I agree. I'm like one of those people like, yeah, if something has a great bass line, that's really cool, but if I resonate with a lyric or it makes me think, like that is just more interesting, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, totally.
Now I've got a few rapid fire round. Don't think too hard about it, just whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Go for it. The first artist that inspired you in life.
mm, Stevie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stevie. I remember I had a book that I got from the library, and it had a CD with Uptight, and yeah, it was like little Stevie, and I had short hair and I had sunglasses, and I was like, Yeah, I'm gonna be this guy.
That's me.
Yeah.
The most recent artist to have inspired you.
Ooh, Spill Tab. I've been
Okay,
listening to her music a lot. Angie, crazy good album. Spill Tab and also Jeff Buckley. Like those two in conjunction. Yeah, it's
cool.
been cool listening vibes.
Awesome. One artist to collaborate with, dead or alive, who is it?
Whoa, that's hard. Can I do one of each?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Um, Alive, Leon Thomas. I think he and I could make some crazy shit.
Yeah, he's
Um,
amazing.
Dead. Ooh, that's hard. Oh man, Dead. Ah.
I know they're all dying, so it's like,
Yeah.
which
Which
one?
one? Right. That's so sad. Um, Shoot. Maybe like Kenny Rogers.
Okay.
That'd be an interesting duo.
Yeah, an interesting mix.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
cool.
think
Okay.
we could find something in there. Probably
Yeah,
get
find
pissed off
a
and
middle ground, a through line, something.
yeah.
Your favorite part of being a musician and or creative?
Mm. Um, Having ideas at any time of the day, anywhere, and just needing to be like, give me a second, and
Mm-hmm.
then beatboxing in my my recording app, or like saying a line and then going home and fleshing it out. And it's like, dang, I had a 15-second recording and now I have a 2, 3, 4, 5 minute song, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like unbeatable.
I think those moments too are always the moments like if you don't like if you're about to fall asleep and it's like if I don't write this down, I will forget it. Those are always the things that you have to write down too. Like I do that all the time where I'm
Totally.
like, even if I'm dead tired, I have to get up and write it down or something because those are the ones that will stick and be important later down the line.
Yeah.
On that same vein, what's the least favorite part of being a musician and or creative?
Uh, Least favorite, posting to social media is high up there. That's yeah, I kind of just want to like make music and put it out and have it reach people, but like in this day and age there is literally no other way to push it out to as many people as possible as social media.
Yeah.
Um, but like I don't know, that's just a grind that doesn't really, wet my whistle. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's like I have to make this dumb little TikTok, but I really don't want to, but I'm going to so that
Right,
hopefully
right.
someone will
Right,
see this
right.
shit.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah. And finally, 5 words to describe your new EP.
Ooh. Um, I already used existential, so I won't use that. Surreal, um, dark, ugh, uh. This is why I need other people to describe it because I don't know. Um, Freeing, um, coded, um, and fun. There's some fun in there. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, I hope everyone goes and checks it out. It's Running Out of Time by my friend Mr. Joel DeVaughn. Where can people
Mm.
find you online for all this information?
Yeah, I'm on pretty much every streaming platform known to man, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, et cetera, et cetera. I'm on Instagram at Joel Devon, and I'm also on TikTok at the same Joel Devon.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. It's good to see you. Another fucking
absolutely. It's good to see
podcast.
you.
Thank you
Hell
so
yeah.
much.